And I'm so excited to be here with you guys once again. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share, and leave your comments below because your opinion does matter. And guess what? I'm here for it. I want to shout out, first of all, hey, Peggy B down in New Orleans, Louisiana. What's up, Miss Peggy B? Thank you for supporting Phases the Next Level. I certainly appreciate you. I appreciate all my supporters sincerely, and I am very humbled by it. So, hey, Peggy B, thank you for contacting me just to say how you enjoy my channel and how much you support me. It's really appreciated. You guys, we're just laid back. It's What's in the News Wednesday in Phases the Next Level. So y'all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So let's start out with, of course, R. Kelly. I'm just going to touch on him for just a little bit. You know, that's been my main topic since the beginning, I believe, and since the beginning. And so let's just talk about it. First of all, I just want to start out in saying that we are sending up prayers daily for R. Kelly. He goes back to court on June 26th, and we just hope for good things for him. We just hope for the honest truth to be realized, and that whatever is supposed to happen happens for him. That's what I'll say. And so anyway, June 26th is the court date. Let's start out with just real briefly. I have to. First of all, I just want to say everything that I say in this video, Sunshine's opinion only. And it is alleged information, but it's my opinion. And I have to make that clear. There are a few other people I'd like to shout out. And that is Aline Thompson. Thank you, sister, for all of your support. You always have good stuff to say about me and my channel, and I appreciate you. And of course, I appreciate my entire family who understands what I do and that I'm trying to get better at journalism and do this the right way and be kind to everybody and take the good with the bad, right? Because there's going to be people that don't like me and don't like my channel. And there's going to be some people who love me. But you got to have tough skin, and you got to roll with what you know is right. So that's what I'm doing. Let me get off my saga and get to it. What's in the news Wednesday? So we've been hearing about R. Kelly and the child support. I do want to say that I'm very excited that he was able to pay his child support up for about 2 months, I think 2 payments. And that's really a good thing for him, just to kind of avoid having to go through the process of going back to jail because he doesn't have the funds to do so. So wherever he got it, it's nobody's business. We don't know. We don't really care as long as it got paid. And so that's a good thing that he is supporting his children because he does love his children. And then, but let's talk about that, y'all, because I have a problem with the ex and the way she's maneuvering in this process from the beginning. And it's just my opinion that I feel like she's just trying to drain him for everything that he has. You know, I don't know really what the issues were behind closed doors, but everything that I heard and everything that has been told to me and what I see, you know, what has been public information behind the scenes and in their lives, and that people that had hands on in the situation, you know, said that he was in love with her. You know, relationships have issues. They're not perfect. There'll be ups and there'll be downs, you know. So I don't know. But anyway, I feel like whenever you have an issue now, you decided allegedly to leave the relationship in the middle of the night with your assistant, Angie, or somebody like that, allegedly. She decided that it was good for you to just walk away right then, and in the middle of the night you guys left. She got you to a shelter, allegedly. Everything's allegedly. I don't want to keep saying that after every word. And so you had to know, or if she was your assistant or your the person that gave you advice or whatever, she should have, if she didn't tell you that. Now, when you walk away, you're not going to be able to live the life that you've been accustomed to living because you're no longer going to be a part of his life. So yes, you'll get the child support and all this stuff, but just know that you're not going to be able to live like this, you know, anymore. So you need to be making preparation of how you will move forward with doing what is in the best interest of you and your children, whatever that looks like. You're gonna so she leaves, and now so she's getting allegedly $20,000 a month in child support. And what has been proven, I believe, allegedly, is that Rob was paying faithfully child support to her. Because if you're way back on your child support and you pay $20,000 a month, it's going to be way more than $160,000 or whatever. So he was paying something. And so the question is, how was you managing your money, or were you still trying to live like you lived before? Because there's no way that he went to jail because he couldn't pay the $160-something thousand, so he had to sit there till somebody came to his aid to get you paid. So for his children, come back and you get $60,000 more. Now you're asking for $20,000 more. You get $20,000, whatever you're asking for college. Listen, I'm a mother, and if I'm leaving my children's father and I'm taking my kids and I'm solely responsible for them for most of the time, then I'm going to figure it out. Okay, he's giving me $20,000 a month. I know I got these many kids and these many kids that want to go to college. Maybe some don't, but they still got to be supported. I'm going to do everything in my power to make it work. At least I'm going to make sure that their needs are met. And so if there's a bill at college, then I need to go talk to these people and figure out what I can do to make it work so that my child can go to jail. Can go to college, not jail, sorry. Not wait on this man to pay me more and more money, because as much money as that you have accumulated should be able to pay for college tuition or pay the bill so that the child could go to college. I don't want to throw the kids in it, so I'm done with that as far as that goes, as far as the college thing goes. But I feel like it's already a high profile relationship. He's who he is. And so a lot of his life is in the public eye. But when it comes to your business behind closed doors and the problems that you guys have, that should be settled with a neutral legal person to either help you guys come to a conclusion or take it to court some kind of way and just get it done so that you guys have some kind of understanding and agreement to move forward. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't about Robert and it's not about your ex-wife. It's about your children and what's in their best interest. And for me, I don't see that because it's been said that his children love him and they love their mother, of course. But so it has to be at some point overwhelming and hurtful that the public is dragging their daddy through the mill, and then on top of that, their mother's adding to it. Just my opinion. And so why couldn't we save the kids' feelings and save their hurt and do it a different way? And then when he's down, you kick him more. You know he can't work. You know he's been muted. We know all these things that we already been talking about. And you're still trying to drain some money out of him. How? Where is he supposed to get it? Get yourself to the radio stations. Get yourself to the venues and tell them, let this man work again. So you can get the money so his children can be looked after and paid for and they get what they deserve. And so this man can live his life and eat. That's it. I'm done with that. I always say that. Anyway, court is June 26th. We'll just send up lots of prayers for whatever needs to happen that day. So let's move on. The lady attorney that joined his team, I think it's a team of 6, and she's one of those 6. The dream team is what they're calling them. She had an interview with Mojo in the Morning that a lot of people sent it to me, so I had to take a minute to look at it. And it was interesting. I watched the whole interview. So just a couple of things about the interview. For me, it was like, this is example. This is what I saw. I saw Gayle King and Rob, right? The whole studio already had Rob. This is Gayle, like Gayle, already had him convicted. And then here's Rob, which is the lawyer, coming to his, to the defense right? But they were saying, oh, we believe that people should not be convicted in the public eye, that they should let it go through the courts. But in another sense, you're saying he's guilty, he did it, he needs, basically that's what I heard from the other side. But she stood her ground, and just like Steve Greenberg said, they can't go in and they can't just answer every question that you have for them, because they do have a pending open case. And so they have to say that stuff for the courts and let the courts make the decisions and fight and argue those things in court. But she said what she could say. So one thing that stood out for me was that they asked, your mother, would you let your child go around him? Mind you, that tells me they already got him convicted. Would you let your child go around him? She was like, yes. Like she didn't hesitate and think about saying, well, she did say, well, my kids are 4, but she said she would absolutely. She said, I spent lots of time with him, and absolutely, he's not, what people are making him to be. They asked him, has she ever seen him in a uproar like he was on the Gayle King? And I like how she defended him in saying, basically, this is not word for word, but that he basically a person can only take so much. We're human. And just because he's R. Kelly does not mean he's not human. He's still human, and he can only take so much. And that was his platform to try to get his side out. But as he started thinking and talking through it, and how Gayle was treating him at the time, which she was doing her job, it just came out. He let it out, and that's how his emotions were at that time. But she said, and that's just, he's human, and that's what it was. It wasn't that he's this monster. It's that he really he has feelings. So I liked how she handled it. And then she talked about, I love the part where she talked about, like, she, as a prosecuting attorney or attorney, whatever, you can't go into a case with your feelings about what you feel about it. And she said, there's not one peep from the Chicago state's attorney, Kim Fox. No information from them. She said, and what's really interesting is that it's been this long in this case. Here it is in May, the middle of May, and we have no discovery, no evidence still. And what she's talking about is the meat. She said she said it as the meat and potatoes, meaning the major stuff that caused the indictment. Where's that information? She said that's really strange to her, because in Detroit, you get the meat and potato. If I'm indicting you, or I got you arrested for this or whatever, a rape case, a drug case, whatever it is, then here's the meat and potatoes. Here's our proof why we did it. They still haven't got that. And she said, and then the other stuff, kind of trickle in. She said, as far as that tape, we can't even go into the office and just sit down for a few minutes and let's all review the tape. It ain't happening. It has not happened. And so that was like, just like everybody else is saying, where is the information? She's saying the same thing. So anyway, all in all, she did good. Let's move on. I'm rambling. She did really, really good. As good as she could. I was looking at the comments, and the comments like, well, she ain't saying nothing. Why is she here? But they can only say anything. But what she did prove to be is on the same page with Steve Greenberg. We are attorneys. We look at the evidence, which we haven't got yet. We look at what is beyond or above reasonable doubt. And she said, and we win. I mean, basically, she didn't say this, but in my Steve Greenberg voice, we win cases. So anyway, let's go on. Let's move on. So you guys, I've been following it's Injustice Investigation News or something like that. This guy just ran across him, which I had, the story about baby Malia out of Houston, Texas has been in the news lately. But he, he's kind of funny to me as he tells his stories. He's really serious though. And this is really a touchy story. So nothing like laughing but he's just could be a funny person, right? It's just a lot of stuff he says is funny, even talking about other stuff. But I listened to him because I was listening to the baby Malia story, and I've been following it in the news, and then listening to him too, because he's really following it. But anyway, baby Malia, she's 4 years old. and her mother Bridget and stepfather Vince. They both need to be thrown in jail and the key thrown to the bottom of the ocean, never to get out again. That's Sunshine's opinion. That's how I feel about it. Now you tell me, and I want to know what you guys think. This woman tells them that this man, her stepdad, would take her to daycare only to bring her, instead of leaving her, go ahead and bring her back home, beat on her, molest her, and sometimes beat her till she's bleeding. And they had a conversation. She had, I don't know if it was, I can't remember, but she had went out of town for a family something, death or something, like the funeral or something, and or was at work, something that she wasn't at home with them. He calls and says, I got to get more bleach. Like I ran out of bleach. I got to go get more bleach for what? So my assumption is that she said he beats the baby till she bleeds. Are you trying to use bleach to get blood out the carpet or something after you done beat the baby? And now the baby's nowhere to be found. But the mother is just, she's saying all these things, that how he was so mean to the baby and how he would beat her so bad and how he, did all these horrible things to your baby. So what you're telling me is that you knew this stuff, so you had a hand in it. And they can't find the baby right now. And God forbid, the baby is passed away, and they got Vince in jail for tampering, with evidence. Did he remove the body and bury it, or where's the baby at? But why is not the mom arrested as well? She watched it. I feel like, allegedly, this is all alleged, I feel like she participated. She knew, and she said one time he beat him so bad that she wanted to take her to the emergency room. He was like, you better not take her, and didn't take the baby to the emergency room. But I took her the next day. I think it's just a horrible case. I will be following the Malia case, the baby Malia case. You guys, she's just the prettiest little girl. And it makes me so sad, almost to tears right now, because she's 4 and she couldn't protect herself for nothing. Innocent, can't wrong anybody, can't be mean. I mean, no mean words for anybody. She don't know any of that. She's 4. And all of her life, this is what has happened. Why have kids? Why have kids for them to be abused? And as a mother, you allowed it. So I'll be following the Malia case, y'all. And then Steve Harvey, Mr. Steve Harvey. Y'all, look, I like Steve Harvey. I like him a lot. I think he's funny. And I like nephew Tommy. I mean, I just like them, and they're funny to me. But it's unfortunate that his show has been canceled. They're saying that his talk show is being canceled and he's being replaced by Kelly Clarkson. And I think her name is, what's the other lady's name? Melissa McCarthy or something like that. But that they're being replaced, that he's being replaced by those people, but he's canceled. His show's canceled. And not only is his talk show canceled, but the Little Big, what is it called? The Little Big Shots, which is really good and funny. My daughter watches it, and that's being canceled. So something's going on. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I've been hearing bits and pieces, but I wasn't able to put it together for this. But what I did grab a hold of while I was doing a little bit of research was that there was talk of a divorce of him and his wife. Just alleged. It hasn't been confirmed or not or whatever. But I hope that's not the case. He seemed to be really in love with his wife this round. And but that's just the information that I'm hearing. So anyway, we'll see, because I'm going to follow Malia. I'm going to continue to follow Steve Harvey. And then, you guys, just to wrap it up real quick, I am going to, Phases is working on some new content, some new interviews, and some new stuff we got going on. But I wanted to take a minute just to talk about Phases just real quick. There has been some things going on, back and forth bickering among possible people that I've interviewed, or people that I've interviewed, and people in some groups or whatever. But I'm just here to protect the brand of Phases the Next Level, and just reiterate that Phases is only here for the truth and for honest and what is good and right. I'm not a part of any bickering, any arguments, any beefing, none of that. It happens, unfortunately. It's just unfortunate that our own has to butt heads like that. But some people, are just not adult enough, to get along. And then that causes other people to fire back. And then this person's fired back, and now it's just blown up. But I just want you guys to know, my viewers, people that are new, people that hear it, that Phases the Next Level is the same Phases the Next Level that started back when I started to today. I'm still the same. My PR person, Miss Anna Johnson, shout out to you, Anna, who is the best PR person on this side of heaven. We are on the same page with that. We're not going to be in the mix of bickering and arguing. But I will say this, and then I'll end it. Dana J, Kip, Lindsay, and Jen, them is my people. And of course, Anna, me and Anna, we on the same page about that. But those are my people. They have been, for me, credible people. Now, I will say there's been some talk, and this is something that, Dana J will need to clear up if he wants to or not, but that's been in people in my DM about his relationship with Angelo Clary, and I'll let him talk about that. That's not for Phases. That's between him and Angelo Clary, and I don't even know about it. So that's just to answer you guys' question. I don't know how the tables turned. I don't know what went on. I don't know. And so that's a question for Dana. You guys have to ask Dana J. But I just wanted to clear it up for you guys. So anyway, got that out the way. I don't want to have to discuss that anymore because that's not who we are. That's just not who we are. Anyway, so you guys, thank you for following me. Thank you for listening to my rambling. I do want to hear your opinions on everything we talked about tonight. Especially about Malia, what you think about that situation. I'll come back with more as it unfolds, but I am glad that Vince is in jail, and I will be overjoyed when the mother goes to jail too, because that's where she needs to be. That's where she needs to be. So you guys, I am at the end of my What's in the News Wednesday. I could cover so much more, but we'll save it for another day. In the meantime, say your prayers. Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. Send up prayers for R. Kelly and everyone involved in this situation. Pray for little Malia, that at least, God forbid that she's dead, that at least they find her. That's all I can say about that. It's real sensitive. So anyway, I do enjoy Injustice Investigation News. He's really, I like him. I don't know. I like how he presents his stuff. So anyway, I'll watch him more. In the meantime, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see y'all soon. Again, leave your comments. Your opinion does matter. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.